It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday night in the Coast to Coast Racing League. Ultimate Dirt TV and the Coast to Coast Racing Network bring you the 358 Small Block Modifieds series here tonight from the Williams Grove Speedway. We get ready for heat race number 1. Apologies about getting in a little late here as they work down into the first and second turn. It's going to be Logan Wentz leading the way. Look out, contact with the Scooby-Doo entry. That is Zach Chapman going around. We will stay green. Dean Reynolds now finds himself in the runner-up position. 6-lap heat races here at the Grove. Top 4, top 4 will go straight to the main event. Everybody else will go through to your last chance qualifier. Reynolds trying to run down Wentz, and you go back to Isaac Salas in 3rd position from Joseph Granny in 4th. Alex Pomelo rounds out your top 5. Marco Vecchio in 6th position. Zach Chapman in 7th, but it is all Logan Wentz at the moment with 2 down, 4 to run. He's got 7/10 of a second lead over Dean Reynolds. Isaac Salas was phenomenal last week in last week's season opener. What does Salas have here for Dean Reynolds? halfway home here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Triple header here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and Ultimate Dirt TV. Well, double header for Ultimate Dirt TV, triple header for the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Thursday Night Thunder presented by Gambler Motorsports. Challenger starting to come up for that second position right now. Dean Reynolds starting to come under some pressure here from Isaac Salas in that 05 machine. Two to run as they work down through turn number 1 and 2. Logan Wentz still leading by just around that 7/10 of a second mark. Salas closing in on Reynolds. They work down into turns 3 and 4. Penultimate time, penultimate lap is about to be complete. The white flag is out. 1 lap left to run for your race leader of Logan Wentz. Through 1 and 2 he will go down the back straightaway. Long back straightaway. Here at the Williams Grove Speedway, under the bridge, into turns 3. Logan Wentz going to come off turn number 4. He will be victorious in heat race number 1. Reynolds will come home second. Salas will be third. Grandy will be fourth. Fifth will be Pomelo, Michael Vecchio, and Zach Chapman will make up your drivers in heat race number 1. Let's take a look at your results for heat number 1. We bring them up on screen. Here they are. Let me change that because that shouldn't have said that. There we go. Now that should be fixed. There we are. Coast Logan Wentz gets the win from Dean Reynolds, Isaac Salas, Joseph Greeny, Alex Pomelo, Michael Vecchio, and Zach Chapman. Heat number 2 will line up like this. And starting from the pole position, it'll be Brandon Templeton. To the outside of the front row, Butch Baker out of position number 2. Corey Schatzer out of position number 3. Joseph Mosso position number 4. John Krupa from position number 5. Kelly Wheeler from position number 6. And position number 7, it'll be Patrick Spangler. Ready for heat number 2. Safety car is in. Yes, I fist it. Templeton, Baker, Schatzer, Mosso, Krupa, Wheeler, and Spangler. Once again, we go green off turn number 4. We're in fact on the front straightaway. The racing green flag says we are racing problems for Kelly Wheeler in the 110 machine. They work through 1 and 2. Templeton, your leader from Butcher. Then you go back to Schatzer in third. Fourth is going to be John Krupp. Patrick Spangler moving up to position number 5. Kelly Wheeler back in 6th position with Joseph Mosso in that 7th position. Short 6-lap heat race, and I say short because normally you'd see probably 8 or 10 lap heat races anywhere else, but right now, because we've got 3 races with the Coast to Coast Racing Network and the Coast to Coast Racing League, you've got to get these shows in thick and fast. Spangler's up to position number 4, now trying to come up to position number 3 as they work down into turn number 1. Schatzer got some company on the inside with the 39 machine of Patrick Spangler. Baker trying to run down Brandon Templeton for that race lead. Halfway home. 3 down, 3 to run. Spangler on the inside. Is Spangler going to have it on the line? No. Third place is going to belong to Corey Schatzer. Schatzer, Spangler, side by side, door to door. Spangler is going to get the better of him in the middle of turn number 3 and 4. He'll drift up. Look to move up the lane, but now move Patrick Spangler into position number 3. Now tries to set his sights on the back of the 97. Spangler, the left front, caught that inside guardrail. Let me tell you, Patrick, it does not move. So he will lose back that 3rd spot. Back to Corey Schatzer. So Spangler back to 4th. Joseph Mosso, John Krupa by Kelly Wheeler. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go in heat race number 2. It's Templeton leading the way for the moment as they work down under the bridge. Final time down into turn number 3 and 4. Heat number 2. Checkered flag is out, waving. And it'll be Brandon Templeton to get the win from Butch Baker in 2nd. Patrick Spangler going to fight his way back to position number 3. 4th is going to be Corey Schatzer. Joseph Mosso in 5th. John Krupa and Kelly Wheeler to fight it out for that 6th and 7th position. Heat number 2 results coming up on your screen. Templeton from Barker, Spangler, Schatzer, Mosso, Krupa and Wheeler. Heat number 3 will line up like this, and starting on the pole position, it'll be Jason Butterfield. To the outside of the front row, Randall Dixon from position number 2. Cody Graham lines up at a position number 3. Bob DeGood from position number 4. Terry Landis from position number 5. And Anthony Morano lines up out of position number 6. The second last heat race of the night. So 4 heats on the program. Four heat races on the program for tonight. Don't forget, after your small block modifieds, we will have a break. We'll have about a 5 to 10 minute break. And of course, we will get right into the big blocks. And later on, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, Extreme E-Speed TV, we'll have some NASCAR, some asphalt stuff. And it might not be asphalt, but let me say, a huge shout out to all the Coast to Coast Racing League guys, everybody behind the scenes that makes this all possible. We'll come back in just a moment of what we're going to talk about right now. Randall Dixon to the outside on Cody Graham. Landis is up to position 4, but he'll give that spot to Bob DeGood as they work down into 3 and 4. Now here comes Anthony Morano trying to make a run on the inside, and look out, Randall Dixon. They go 3 wide down the front straightaway. Dixon trying to keep that car straight. Little shot in the short to the 161 of Terry Landis. Meanwhile, here comes a battle up for the race lead. Jason Butterfield leads, but Cody Graham is coming. Bob DeGood showing a whole lot of speed on the entry down into turn number 3. 0.2 of a second, just shy of 0.2 of a second for your race leader, Jason Butterfield. Back to the 2 of Cody Graham. Still in the runner-up position. Morano up to position number 3. 4th is DeGood. Then you go back to Dixon and Landis. Graham looks low once again down into 1 and 2. Just unable to get the drive on the exit. That corner speed right through the middle is too good. Two to run. Heat race number 3 of 4. Your Coast to Coast Racing League, Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder. Morano now closing in on your top 2. Morano took a good peek up on the inside, and well, he nearly got into the left rear and the left side of Cody Graham. And of course, that will put Morano back to position number 6, so he's got a long way to go later on. But the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go, high above the racetrack. Here into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out, and it will be Jason Butterfield to come home with the win. Cody Graham home in 2nd, Bob DeGood 3rd, Randall Dixon 4th, 5th will be Terry Landis, and Anthony Morano will come home in position number 6. Let's take a look at your heat race number 3 results coming up on screen. Jason Butterfield gets the win from Cody Graham, Bob DeGood, Randall Dixon, Terry Landis, and Anthony Morano. Your 6 drivers in Heat 3. Heat number 4 will line up like this, and on the pole position, it's going to be Connor Ross to the outside of the front row. Kurt Schatzer from position number 2. Gary Sigelco out of position number 3. Jeffrey Barker from position number 4. Gavin Chantham out of position number 5, and Jacob Mosso lines up out of position number 6. Ready to go racing once again here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Final heat race for your 358 modifieds. iRacing green flag. We'll start this race. We're underway. Final heat of the night for your 358 modifieds. Ross leads from Schatzer. Schatzer starting to move up the racetrack, and here comes the 99 of Gavin Chatham. Chatham in the 99, but meanwhile, down the low side goes Connor Ross, working through that first and second turn. Schatzer driving the 218 machine, going up a little high into turns 3. Chatham in the 99. Back low following the leader of Connor Ross through 1 and 2. And here comes the 99 of Chatham on the inside, looking for the runner-up position. Halfway home, final heat race of the night. 3 down, 3 to run. Ross has looked good since the drop of the green flag. Schatzer, Chatham, Barker in 4th position, Sigelco and Mosso. That's your 6 cars. To get in the battle on for 2nd and 3rd. Chatham on the inside of the 99. Schatzer in the 218 on the outside. Look out, here comes Jeffrey Barker trying to close in right now on 3rd position. And Schatzer goes to the bottom into 1 and 2. 1.5 to go for your race leader, Connor Ross. Again, no qualifying here tonight. All randomised heat races. White flag is out. 1 to go. Final lap is upon us. And it is going to be Connor Ross under the bridge, down into 3 and 4, looking to start outside your 2nd row. For tonight's 30-lap main event, Connor Ross will be victorious. Kurt Schatzer home in 2nd, Gavin Chatham in 3rd, Jeffrey Barker in 4th. And you go back to Gary Sigelco in 5th position with finishing, well not finishing I should say, is Jacob Mosso back in the pits. Looks like we're going to have ourselves a consolation race. So let's bring up heat race number 4 results. Ross, Schatzer, Chatham and Barker. All those 4 drivers going to the main event. Sigelco and Mosso will find themselves locked in your B main or your consolation race. 8 laps. Top 8 cars will go through. So we will take a look right now at your starting grid. Here is your starting grid, and starting from the pole position, it'll be Alex Pomelo. Joseph Mosso lines up at a position number 2. Terry Landis from position number 3. Gary Sigelco from position number 4. Michael Vecchio from position number 5. Position number 6, it'll be John Krupa. Position number 7, Anthony Morano. Jacob Mosso out of position number 8. Zach Chapman from position number 9. Kelly Wheeler from position number 10. So I believe we will be going 1 to green. So don't forget, if you enjoy all the Coast to Coast Racing League, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, 22 divisions that race 6 days a week, 11 broadcasted divisions. When the members know that they race in the Coast to Coast Racing League, they know they are a part of something bigger than just the on-track experience. Go to www.c2crl.com and click apply to join in on the action. We're getting ready. Green flag is out. Your last chance qualifier, your consolation race. 8 laps on the board. 8 are going through, which means 2 are going to be sent packing to bring in a 24-car field for tonight's 30-lapper. Morano, Vecchio going to lose a few positions. He'll go back to position number 7. Morano to the inside on Sigelco as they work through 1 and 2. Sigelco in the 25. Morano in that 32. Challenges up for 2nd. Joseph Mosso, Alex Pomelo. Pomelo started on pole of tonight's main event. Oh, I shouldn't even say main event because it's only a consolation race. Here comes Mosso coming after Landis. 5 to run in your consolation race. Sigelco, Mosso, here comes Zach Chapman. Remember, he had bad luck in heat race number 1. And now almost finding himself in a bit of bad luck yet again, but he kept it going nice and straight as they work down the back straightaway. Landis half a second lead, and they'll make that 4th 3/10 of a second. Cutting down into that lead is Joseph Mosso in the 63 machine. Pomelo in the 397 machine, side by side battle for second and third as they look to come after your race leader down the back straightaway. This could be a very interesting final 3 laps coming up here at the Williams Grove Speedway on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Pomelo, Mosso trying to run down Landis. Pomelo, remember he started on pole of your consolation race. Now Pomelo trying to come after Landis for the race lead as they work down into turnable 3 and 4, sorry. 2 to run at the line. Landis still holds on to the number 1 position. He goes to the middle of the racetrack. Down to the inside goes Pomelo. And now here comes Morano coming after Joseph Mosso as they work down the back straightaway. You've got 4 cars. 2 battling for first and second. The other 2 battling for third and fourth. They go 2 by 2 through 3 and 4. White figures out problems for the... Oh, look at this. We're going to go 3 wide almost. I thought we might have gone 4 wide, but Terry Landis is your race leader from high above the racetrack. Look at this awesome shot as they work under the bridge. Down into 3 and 4. Final time. Who's going to get the win of the consolation race? They race off turn number 4. Landis and Pomelo at the line. Terry Landis has got the run. He's got the drive. Terry Landis will come away victorious. Landis will come away victorious in your consolation race from Alex Pomelo in second. Anthony Morano third. Joseph Mosso in fourth. Zach Chapman going to round out your top 5. 6th will go to Gary Sigelco, Michael Vecchio in 7th, Jacob Mosso in 8th, and for Kelly Wheeler and John Cooper, unfortunately, they are going to miss out. We take a quick break here on the other side of this. Your main event, your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder, live here on Ultimate Dirt TV and live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We will be back in just a moment's time.
For Lucy Olsen, she has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV and the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is Thursday night, and we welcome you to the 358 Small Block Modifieds. Oh, excuse me. Thanks to, of course, the sponsors, everybody behind the scenes that make this possible for the Coast to Coast Racing Network to go around. We get set to take a look at your starting grid. Starting on the front row, it's going to be Logan Wentz and Brandon Templeton. Row 2, Jason Butterfield and Connor Ross. Row 3, Dean Reynolds and Butch Baker. Row 4, going to be Cody Graham and Kurt Schatzer. Row 5, Isaac Salas and Patrick Spangler. Row 6, Bob DeGood, Gavin Chatham. Row 7, Joseph Grady, Corey Schatzer. Row 8, Randall Dixon, along with Jeffrey Barker. Row 9, Terry Landis and Alex Pomelo. Row 10, going to be Anthony Morano and Joseph Mosso. Zach Chapman and Gary Siegelco in row 11. Michael Vecchio, Jacob Mosso in row 12. 24 starters, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if the safety car goes off the racetrack. It does not. We will send them around one more time. Who will take out your small block 358 modified series here at the Williams Grove Speedway, live on Ultimate Dirt TV, live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Huge thanks to, of course, Flatline Racing Bodies, Langton Mechanical, Top Notch Trucking, Mora Farm Management of Clarence, Iowa, for their support with the sponsors of the Heat Races. Gambler Motorsports, a sponsor of the B-Main. Your Osh Weekend Speedway intermittent warm-up session with what we just had. And of course, now it is time for the Lucy Olsen 3 green flag, getting ready to fly. Who will find the Extreme E-Speed TV victory lane? Let's wait and find out. We have got 30 laps on the board. We come off turn number 4. They will come down the front straightaway once they get closer to the flag stand. It's time to get dirty for 30. Week number 2, your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Series 358 modifieds. And they're already 2 and 3 wide down the front straightaway. We are 3 wide off turn number 2 for the race lead. And Jason Butterfield from the inside of the second row is going to find himself into the race lead. Wentz, Templeton, they work second and third position. But here comes Dean Reynolds in the 79, looking down low. Wentz trying to get back up to the race lead. It is still Jason Butterfield, and we are going to go yellow. And what better time to take a look here at your NLRA instant replay. Don't know why that was like that. I don't know why it's on half speed. What is going on? Oh! Bob DeGood. You dead, man? Let's see if we can have another look at that one. So DeGood just coming together with the 99 car of Gavin Chatham. And huge parking lot down in turn number 3. I'm sure some of these guys would love to go and get a quick repair as we come back live. So the light's still flashing on the pace truck. Alright, here we go. Back to green. Safety car pulls in, 28 to run. We fire them off once again here at the Williams Grove Speedway. And it'll be Jason Butterfield once again. Reynolds trying to get by Logan Wentz to try and sneak through the middle of Logan Wentz and Brandon Templeton. But now Templeton's got some company with the 79 of Dean Reynolds. To the outside he goes, down into 3 wide for second, third and fourth. They race off turn number 4. Logan Wentz coming up, the race leader, Jason Butterfield. And there is plenty to look at. Where do you look? 2 and 3 wide. Look at the 3 wide. Patrick Spangler on the inside of Kurt Schatzer and Connor Ross. Isaac Salas trying to come through in that number 5 machine. He was trying to make it 3 wide, trying to go right through the middle of the racetrack. Look out, Dean Reynolds. There was contact there with Brandon Templeton on the front straightaway. Templeton went down to the low side, down into turn number 1 and 2. Trying now, looking to come after Logan Wentz down the back straightaway. Wentz holds firm through the middle of the speedway. Through 3 and 4. We were coming out of turn number 4 and we're going to go yellow. Gavin Chatham, I believe, in the 99 machine. Take a look at NLRA instant replay. So the 99 just minding his own business downstairs. Little contact there with Bob DeGood. And just pulls it up there on the back straightaway. So second yellow of the evening so far. And don't forget, Coast to Coast Racing League, 22 divisions, 11 broadcaster divisions. It's a huge effort by the team. Sunday night showdown. Travis Piercefield and Extreme Esports TV cover the Dirt Pro late models. Midnight Madness with Marty and the Slide Job Racing Network. Joe White with the Asphalt Tuesday featuring the NASCAR Truck Series, the Hometown Heroes with OSRN. Joe White once again in the Ohio Challenge from Eldora and Limeland, followed by the NASCAR Xfinity Division. Thursday Night Thunder, myself, UDTV, bring you the small and big block modified series, followed by Extreme Speed TV covering the NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series. Of course, you can catch all the action live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Don't forget to hit the like and follow button on the social media page. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Looks like we are ready once again to go racing off turn 4. So your small block modified main event. We get Mac Racing here at Williams Grove Speedway. Templeton immediately going to challenge Logan Wentz into turn number 1. Out of 2, it's Wentz, got him by 3/4 of a car length down the back straightaway. Keep an eye on the 79 of Dean Reynolds, but also the 5 of Isaac Salas. Those two drivers are really going to be ones to watch, especially late in this main event. Now here comes Logan Wentz coming after Jason Butterfield. Down the back straightaway, Wentz and Butterfield. Oh, they got hooked together. Butterfield goes around. Reynolds goes around into the barrier. Big ride for the 93 of Jason Butterfield. Well, we've seen it happen live, but you know we're going to have a look at your NLRA instant replay. Just getting hooked there. Jeez, he got hit from pillar to post on that one. It's very lucky. to get that car back on all fours. But luckily for him, he should be able to bring this car. In fact, he's already in the pits, as you can see. Hopefully he'll be able to get a quick repair and get that car back going again. There it is, brand new race car, although the rear end's still busted in it. And now, unfortunately, having to call a tow. Tough break. Tough break for Jason Butterfield. So Corey Schatzer out of the event. Of course, with caution laps not counting, I don't think there's going to be enough time for Jason Butterfield. In fact, did he get back out onto the track? Yes, he did. So he fixed it up and got that car going again. So the field once again doubles up into rows of 2 by 2 here at the Bills Grove Speedway. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God. I think I'm starting to get the hiccups. Green flag off turn 4. And it's going to be Logan Wentz once again to lead the field. The 97 of Butch Baker now. Baker's up to position number 3 as he tries to fend off the 5 of Isaac Salas, but Salas comes back at him down to the inside. 22 to go. Salas, aggressive move there on the exit of turn 4. He slid up in front of the 97 to Salas. Move him up to position number 3 yet again. Still got to deal with Brandon Templeton in that 31 machine. So he worked down into turns 3. Oh, just climbing up over that right rear was Salas on Templeton. The 2 of Cody Graham has got Connor Ross battling for 5th and 6th position. Mistake from the race leader of Logan Wentz. He caught the inside guardrail. He loses 2 position. Brandon Templeton now to the race lead. Hard charger so far is Jacob Mosso. Sitting back there in the 61 machine. He is up plus 15 positions. Started 24th. And what a drive by Jacob Mosso. Meanwhile, Isaac Salas, he started 9th. He's up to 2nd spot. You're going to wonder how much damage is to that left front of the 18 machine of Logan Wentz. Baker still runs in 4th position. Back to Cody Graham. Your leader is still Brandon Templeton. Watching Graham and Ross go side by side. Keep an eye on Isaac Salas just to the left of your screen, or just as he's panned out of screen just there. We'll keep an eye on the gap between Templeton and Salas. Right now sitting at roughly around 3/10 of a second. We'll see if Salas is going to close that gap. Spangler battling with Jacob Mosso right now. In fact, it's Kurt Schatzer in that 218 machine. Mosso in 9th position. Salas, meanwhile, he closed in a 10th of a second, but then lost that 10th of a second. Through 3 and 4. Graham and Schatzer. Schatzer to the top side. Spangler to the inside. Almost 3 wide. Schatzer and Spangler side by side. Spangler's got 7th. Down the back straightaway. Coming to complete lap number 13. In fact, complete lap number 14, so 16 to go. Templeton still looks good. Meanwhile, Chapman to the outside on Spangler through 1 and 2. Chapman and Spangler. Spangler's back to 10th. Meanwhile, Cody Graham trying to come after the 97 machine of Butch Baker. Baker runs in the 5th position. Meanwhile, just as we had a challenge brewing once again for the race lead. We go yellow yet again. And looks like it's going to be Michael Vecchio in the 007 machine, your NLRA instant replay. Oh, just locked the brakes up right in front of the 397 machine of Alex Pomelo. So just the third caution so far here at the Williams Grove Speedway. I'm surprised for the moment, because for some reason every time I come to Williams Grove Speedway, everybody just loses their mind. So I'll wait for the timing and scoring to fix itself up yet again. Still sitting at 2 to green. Race leader Brandon Templeton has opted to start on the outside of the front row. Again, leader has lane choice. So Shata out. Grandy in 23rd position. He is out. Michael Vecchio in 22nd position. He is back in the pits. So still 21 cars of the 24 starters. Lights will go out on the iRacing.com safety car. Don't forget, still plenty of action here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll have your big block modifieds for race number 2 of 3 on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for the Coast to Coast Racing League, Gambler Motorsports. Thursday Night Thunderbit for Ultimate Dirt TV. After this small block is done, we will cover the big blocks. And then, of course, we will shut off our side of things, but continue on live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Next Gen Cup cars, asphalt style. Green flag off turn number 4. One more time. We go racing, and oh boy, problems. And a number of drivers in this one. I don't know if we're going to be able to try and catch all this one. But I'll tell you what, we'll do our darndest to have a look. I think Butch Baker was involved here in the 97 machine. Baker and the 2 car of Cody Graham come together. Well, just like that. Quickly back under your yellow flag here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Again, Coast to Coast Racing League. If you're looking for other races that enjoy racing without all the drama and the name calling of normal iRacing, come out and join the Coast to Coast Racing League. We have 22 divisions that race 6 days a week and currently broadcast 11 divisions. Members know that they are a part of something bigger than just the on-track experience. Go to www.c2crl.com and click apply to join in the action. The cars are virtual, but the racing is real. Coast to Coast Racing Network. Come out and join us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube. Click the watch and enjoy all of the Coast to Coast Racing League action. Sunday nights are with Extreme Esports TV with some Dirt Pro late models. Monday Night Madness with Marty from Slide Job Racing Network. Joe White will bring you the Asphalt Tuesday featuring the NASCAR Truck Series. Wednesday night, the Hometown Heroes with OSRN. Joe White yet again in the Ohio Challenge from Eldora and Limeland, followed by the NASCAR Xfinity Division. Thursday Night Thunder, myself and UD TV bring you the small and big block modified action, followed by Extreme Speed covering the NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series. Catch all the action by subscribing to the Coast to Coast Racing Network today. Lights are still flashing. Get a big thank you to, of course, the Steve King Foundation pace truck. The Steve King Foundation was formed to help the dirt track racing community across the country by providing financial assistance to drivers, pit crew members, racing officials, track operations personnel, or the immediate families of those individuals who suffer serious injury, illness, or death. Of course, don't forget you can check out the schedule on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Thanks, of course, the Dylan Westbrook Racing. You can get your hats, shirts, and more from four-time Australian Speedway champion and current ASCS driver of the 47X Dylan Westbrook in the Coast to Coast Speed Shop on the Coast to Coast website. Well, let's see if we can go coast to coast. Ready? For the green flag to fly. 14 to go. Isaac Salas is your race leader, much like last week. He's inherited that number one position. Templeton in second. Ross now in third in the 35 machine. And Connor Ross, he's been a man on a mission so far in this main event. Logan Wentz back to position number 4. Kurt Schatzer in 5th. But how about Jacob Mosso in the 61 machine? He's up in 6th position. And boy, has he made a charge from dead last, from 24th all the way to position number 6. That is plus 18 for the driver of the 61. But now here comes Zach Chapman, Patrick Spangler trying to take away that position. Battle on for 4th and 5th. It's the battle of the 18 and the 218. Oh no, Ross! Oh, problems for Logan Wentz. And you hate to see it. And I think it was Connor Ross who caught the inside wall. Logan Wentz, we take a look at your NLRA instant replay to keep an eye on the 35. Oh, he checked up. It was Templeton who got into the back of Salas. Wentz nowhere to go. Got into the rear bumper of Templeton, and the car shot straight up. And unfortunately, that will put Logan Wentz to the tail end of the field. That'll in fact put him out of the event. So a tough break for Logan Wentz. So hopefully the lights will go out on your safety car. Big block modified action to come after this one. We stay right here at this very racetrack. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Williams Grove Speedway. So that server is already up, but we of course got to get through this one before we go anywhere. Salas and Templeton. And it's going to be Templeton to get the jump on the outside. Of course, going with Templeton on the outside of the front row was the man that was started in the 4th position. Kurt Schatzer in the 218, but here comes Salas. Looks down to the inside. They nearly made contact down the back straightaway just past the bridge. 11 to run. Salas drifts up. Schatzer trying to get back by that number 5 machine. Spangler now up to position number 4. Make it 5 because here comes Connor Ross. Back to the inside. They drag race under the bridge. 7/10 of a second lead for Brandon Templeton. Watching Spangler and Ross as they continue to fight it out for 4th and 5th position. Now here comes Anthony Morano. Morano, he started 19th, finished runner-up. In fact, finished 3rd in that B main. having to start position number 19, and the 32 is looking to get himself into a top 5. Spangler down to the low side into turn number 1. He'll stay locked down to the bottom on the exit off corner number 2. 8.5 to go as they work down the back straightaway. Closing in on your race leader, Isaac Salas, coming after Brandon Templeton. 3 and 4 laps to go. It was 7/10 of a second. And you've got 7.5 to go as we work the back straightaway. The 31 of Brandon Templeton. And he is about to have a fast finishing number 5 machine all over the back of him. Yeah, it's one thing to catch him. But how does the 5 of Salas get by that 31 of Templeton? Both cars run on the low side through 1 and 2. They'll more than likely do the same thing into turn number 3 and 4. That's where Templeton goes. Salas looks a little better, I got to say, through 3 and 4 though. Just the exit speed then. Templeton, he drove away from Salas. Salas is going to find something here in these last 6 laps. Spangler coming after coming after the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. Schatzer started 8th, Spangler started 10th, so Spangler started behind him. In that 5th row, in front of him in that 4th row was the 218. Schatzer goes upstairs into 1 and 2. Spangler went down to the bottom side. Side by side for your 3rd and 4th position, down into 3. Coming to 4 to go. Still keeping an eye on that battle, potentially looming for the race lead. It is 2 and 3/10 of a second. Oh, Schatzer, Spangler had to check up. Now here comes Ross trying to dive down to the inside. Ross is going to have the advantage on the inside down the back straightaway. Spangler now forced to go upstairs into turn number 3. 1.5 miles to go for Brandon Templeton. 3 laps is all that separates Templeton and a victory here at the Williams Grove Speedway. But also separating those two is a fast finishing number 5. Salas gives him a shot in the shorts and behind. And we're going to go yellow. Templeton around due to the contact with Salas. And well, race control got a call to make here. And we will have the standardized green-white checker. Let's see if we can get that on the NLRA instant replay. Down into turns 3. Oh, Schatzer and Ross. Hard contact as well with the 31 of Templeton. So the light's still flashing, which means we are still sitting at 2 to green. Huge thanks to, of course, top-notch trucking, Catalytic Recovery, Flatline Racing Bodies, and Coast to Coast Racing League, Gambler Motorsports, and of course presenting the Thursday Night Thunder. 2 races here on Ultimate Dirt TV for the small and big block modifieds. Followed up with the NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series live on Extreme Speed TV. So a triple header live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Lights are out, single file restart. See, small block 350A modifieds presented by Top Notch Trucking. Lights are out, we go back racing. 2 laps left to run. And it's Isaac Salas leading the field down the front straightaway. Spangler to the inside on Schatzer as they work through 1 and 2. It is a green-white checker here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Who will take out round number 2? Coming to the white flag. 1 lap left to run. Dean Reynolds trying to make his way back up inside of a top 5. Spangler and Schatzer battle as they work down into 1 and 2. Now here comes Connor Ross. Ross problems for Anthony Morano, but it's not going to matter right now because Isaac Salas down the back straightaway into corner number 3, out of corner number 4. Isaac Salas will be victorious here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Your top-notch trucking 358 modified main event winner. Isaac Salas in car number 5 will get the job done. And oh my, Isaac Salas will yet again come to victory lane. Let's take a look at your official results coming up on screen. Isaac Salas with the win from Patrick Spangler. Kurt Schatzer home in 3rd. Connor Ross 4th. Jacob Mosso rounds out your top 5. And Mosso, your hard charger, plus 19 positions. Gavin Chatham in 6th. Jason Butterfield, Alex Pomelo, Dean Reynolds, and Jeffrey Barker. Those drivers will make up your top 10. Back to 11 through the 20th, Randall Dixon, followed by Cody Graham, Bob DeGood, Joseph Mosso, Butch Baker. The top 15, Gary Siegelco, Brandon Templeton, Anthony Morano, Michael Vecchio, Terry Landis, your 20th finisher. Zach Chapman, Logan Wentz, Joseph Grandy, and Corey Schatzer, home in position number 24. We wait to go trackside. In fact, we are ready to go trackside right now. So with that being said, we'll bring that up just for a second, and we will chat to your winner here tonight. Driving, in fact, we're going to go from 3rd. We'll bring in the driver that comes home in position number 3. It's Kurt Schatzer. Kurt, congratulations on this 3rd place finish here tonight. And boy, you didn't make it easy on yourself. You had to start position number 8. But late in the race, that car was coming on pretty good.
Yeah, Brett. I felt like I could make some pretty good speed out of it. It's just the track's just treacherous with the closing rates with entering the corners with different guys. I mean, if you want to go in high, you gotta go in there a hauling, and if you want to go in on the bottom, you gotta back it up. So that made it interesting, caused a few melees there, but made it out pretty clean there, I guess, and brought it home on a podium.
Now, of course, we move from the small blocks. We go to the big blocks next, looking to take some good momentum into that one. What did you learn from this racetrack that you can apply to the big blocks coming up here in a moment's time?
Oh, I don't know. They handle quite a bit different. I mean, they have a whole lot more speed, so I'm sure we'll probably be using a lot more brake entering the corner to get the thing slowed down and try to hold the line through the corners. But we'll give her a go and see how we do.
Okay, well, before we let you get out of here and have a quiet time to celebrate before we get into the big block, before we let you go, sponsors, shout-outs, who makes this happen on the 218 machine?
Yeah, I got to thank Jay with the Dirt Track Bank and everything he does for our team and racers all around the country in different series. Got Your Six Racing Network, the boys over on the team there, Hammer Down Racing, Brandon Templeton, Brian Dickens, and Joe Halter. You guys in the broadcast coming out here and doing a good job there, and Roger Preston giving us a place to race, and the family upstairs allowing me to do this.
All right. That is Kurt Schatzer, the driver that comes home in 3rd position. We'll chat to the driver that comes home in 2nd spot, driving car number 39. It is Patrick Spangler. Patrick, congratulations on 3rd place. And again, well, this 39 car towards the back end of that race, she was a haul and all sorts of stuff. And from 10th to 2nd, can't be too disappointed with that one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Just managed to stay out of the wrecks there. And then whenever 1st and 2nd there were having their little bickering at the front there on the restarts, get just at the right place, right time. I think I went like 8th to 3rd on that restart. So, yeah, just lucked out tonight.
Track didn't really get too slick. Still looked like that bottom side was the preferred place to be here on this big half mile.
Yeah, I haven't seen very many cushions build up on this new build, so I'm anxious to see what the big blocks do, but they should definitely wear on the track more, so we'll see how that goes.
No, well, speaking of big blocks, we know we've got that one coming up. So, Patrick, congratulations on a runner-up finish here tonight. Again, before we let you put the small block away and bring the big block out, I'm sure there's a lot of people, a lot of sponsors that need to be thanked on this 39 car that made this possible for you here in this run here tonight.
Yeah, just you for awesome broadcasting this league and every other league you do. Raj for running the league, Dad and Uncle back home watching, Triangles Racing, and hopefully meet you here next race.
Well, we'll see what Patrick Spangler can do. Home in second spot. And, well, your winner here tonight, driving the number 5 machine. He parks it in victory lane once again. Isaac Salas gets the win. Isaac, congratulations. Every time I seem to be broadcasting these coast-to-coast racing leagues, it seems somehow, one way or another, you're either up the front or you're either winning or you're on a podium. I think I must be your good luck charm.
Yeah, thanks, Brett. I appreciate you being here. I always like to hear your accent, to be honest with you. I think that's what it is.
So I'm gonna have to start charging you for my accent then. Is that what?
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we can split the trophy if you want. Split the winnings.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, no. I'll let you get back. Hey, congratulations on this win here tonight. Not without its
Hiccup. Drama a little bit.
Yeah, talk us through those last probably 5-10 laps, but more so that we're coming out of 3 to go with the contact.
Yeah, I think the weird part was back like 12 to go or something like that on that restart. I was actually the leader. I was actually scored as the leader there, and I think Brandon, he just expected that he was still the leader and just like took off, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I think I want to say Patrick was starting 8th or something, 6th something, and he was 3rd into turn 1. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of rough. And then I gained all that track position back, and then I was trying to stay underneath Brandon because he was running just deep enough to where I could stick my nose under and just let him know he was there, or let him know that I was there. And I came out of 1 and 2 on him, and for the first time in 6 laps he shorted the entry, and I was like, oh no. I was like, we're definitely gonna have a conversation about this one. I know it.
Well, nonetheless, unofficially at the moment, you are the winner here tonight from the Williams Grove Speedway. These small block modifieds have still got the big block modifieds to come. What do you think the track's going to do with the big blocks?
I think it's actually going to widen out a little bit more. I think the bottom and the top both were working there for a while. Hopefully with the big blocks, kind of getting rid of that bottom might, make it almost more even. I want to say that the bottom was still very dominant with what we had here. But if we could just get a little bit more tire spin and a little bit more throttle control, I think that top line is going to really start to shine as well.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll let you get out of here very quickly, celebrate for just a few short moments. We do have the big blocks coming up in just a few moments' time. Isaac, before we let you go, sponsors, shout out to who makes this possible for you in the 5 car to continue to visit Victory Lane every time I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Thank you for broadcasting. I can start you with that one. I thoroughly enjoyed last week's broadcast, man. You are top tier. You're one of the best. Those guys over at Venom Racing for supporting the crap out of me. Dean, the Super Dirt Car Series, Magnum Race Designs, Got Your 6 Racing Network, RSN Trackside, Mission 22, everything that they do. Coast to Coast, everybody that's here. My Gramps, thank you for, technicality-wise, Gramps and Top Notch Trucking. Thanks for the sponsorship, Gramps. It's always fun. Glad to get you some wins here. And then, yeah, just thanks to my friends and my family, and then thanks to our veterans.
All right, there we go. Isaac Salas, your winner here tonight from the Williams Grove Speedway. The small block modified portion of the evening is done. Don't forget, we have still got big block modifieds to come here in just a few moments' time. I didn't save that. I'm a clown. But we will take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Stick around. We'll be back with your big block modifieds coming up here in just a few short moments' time.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our weekly race chat.
Adam Ross and Clinton Jeffrey are live and interactive every Tuesday night. Rivals Race Chat is your home for race discussion, debate, news, interviews, and more. They'll even take your questions and comments live on the air and talk to some of the newsmakers each week. Tune in every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on GeForce TV.
For Lucy Olsen, she has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Ultimate Dirt TV and the Coast to Coast Racing Network. It is Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder live from the Williams Grove Speedway for week number 2 of this series. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call. We've still got a little bit of a practice session to go on at the moment, but we're coming in from your top-notch trucking small block modifieds. Now, of course, let's put put that up there for the moment. We come to the Catalytic Recovery Big Block Modifieds, week number 2. Who will take out tonight's round, or second round of the series? Well, we're not too far away from finding out, and of course, plenty of action with the Coast to Coast Racing League. And of course, if you're looking for other racers that enjoy racing without all of the drama and the name calling of normal iRacing, come on out and join the Coast to Coast Racing League. We have 22 divisions that race 6 days a week and currently broadcast 11 divisions. Members know that they are a part of something bigger than just the on-track experience. Go to www.c2crl.com and click apply to join in on the action. The cars are virtual, but the racing is real. Of course, all live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And of course, you can check out the Coast to Coast Racing Network on YouTube. Click the subscribe button and watch all of the Coast to Coast Racing League action. Of course, Sunday nights from 9 p.m. Eastern, Travis Pierfield and Extreme Esports TV covers the Dirt Pro late models. Monday Night Madness from 8 to 10 p.m. It is Marty with Slide Job Racing Network bringing you the Rebels and Renegade action. Of course, Joe White on a Tuesday and Wednesday bringing you the Asphalt Tuesday action featuring NASCAR Truck Series. And of course, Wednesday night with the Hometown Heroes, the Ohio Challenge from Eldora and Limaland Motorsports Park. Friday, make that Thursday Night Thunder. Myself and UDTV bring you the small and big block modifieds, followed by Extreme Speed TV covering the NASCAR Next Gen Cup Series. But for more on that, check out Coast to Coast Racing League on the World Wide Web, c2crl.com. We get set for heat race number 1 of 4. 6 laps is going to be the distance. Top 4 will go through to the main event. Let's take a look at your starting grid. Let me load up the new program again, because turns out apparently I have to load it up new time every time we go into a new server. So bear with me. But luckily, I've actually got a backup, you know. Let's go there. Let's go there. You know, let's just go grid for heat race number 1. It'll be Jason Comfy and Jason Butterfield on the front row. Zach Chapman, Patrick Spangler in row 2. Joseph Granny, Randall Dixon, row 3. Terry Landerson, Logan Wentz in row number 4. Ready for a start. See if that worked there. Yeah, it did. Of course it did. All right, here we go. Heat 1. 6 laps, top 4. Just kidding. I wanted to send you around one more time. Just wanted to say, yeah, nah. All right, we'll try it again one more time. Behind the iRacing.com safety car. Let's go off turn 4. Green flag in the air and we are underway. I had all that showing and I didn't even have that one going. What a silly sausage. Apologies, but you know what? Luckily we didn't miss any of the racing problems for Spangler. Well, we're going to stay green and he'll gather it back up. Chapman leads from Butterfield. Landis in 5th position. On the outside, looking in. Remember, top 4 go through to the main event. Landis now looks to the outside on Jason Coffey as they work off turn 2. Here is your battle for that final transfer position. Coffey on the inside, Landis on the outside, and Landis sweeps around him on the outside. But Coffey fights back on the inside. 2 down, 4 to go. Heat race number 1 of 4. So plenty of action left from the Williams Grove Speedway. And yes, Jason Coffey, Terry Landis, they find it out. Coffey slides up in front of Landis, and Coffey now looking to drive away from the 161 machine. Closing in on your race leader, Jason Butterfield, trying to get by Zach Chapman, but still watching this battle on for 4th and 5th position. Now we'll head to the front of the field. Chapman from Butterfield. Remember Butterfield, he led right up until those last 2 laps, or 2 1/4 laps in the small block modified main event. Chapman continues to lead the way down the back straightaway. We'll come to the white flag here at Williams Grove Speedway. Who will start on pole of your 30-lap main event? Chapman goes low. He'll slide it to the middle of the racetrack. Final time. Heat race number 1 drivers down the back straightaway. Chapman goes low. Butterfield tries to drive it deep down into turn number 3. Off turn number 4. Check and flag is out. That's how, dude. It'll be Zach Chapman to get the win. From Jason Butterfield in 2nd, Joseph Grandy 3rd. 4th will go to Jason Coffey. Let's take a look at Heat 1 results. Chapman, Butterfield, Grandy, Coffey, your top 4. Landis, Dixon, Wentz, and Spengler. They will all head to a consolation race. Heat number 2 will line up like this. Trent Stratton lines up on the pole position. John Cripper from position number 2. Starting from position number 3, it'll be Kurt Schatzer. From position number 4, Bob DeGood. Inside the 3rd row, Joseph Mosso will start from position number 5. From position number 6, it'll be Cody Graham. Lining up out of position number 7, it's Butch Baker. From position number 8, Jeffrey Kemper. And it looks like that John Krupa did not make the call. Beautiful shot as they work under the bridge. Let's see how the TV combo works on this one. Heat number 2 of 4. I get the green from Barney the R-Racing flagman, and he says we're on the way. We're going green. We're going racing. It'll be the 88 of Trent Verstraeten. DeGood in the 7 machine in the runner-up position. He came fresh off the podium, the 218 of Kurt Schatzer. In 3rd, Cody Graham, Jeffrey Kemper. They work side by side down the front straight away. Give it to Kemper, I think, had it. At the line, Schatzer slides up in front of DeGood. DeGood tries to turn it back underneath, and they go past the back straightaway. DeGood still runs in 3rd position. Oh boy, Cody Graham nearly into the side of the 181 machine of Jeffrey Kemper. And now Kemper comes after DeGood down the front straightaway. Oh, climbs the guardrail on the front straightaway. Doesn't move. These boys will learn that. 2 down, 4 to go. And a real action-packed heat race number 2 already. Graham and Kemper. Again, the battle is on for the final transfer position. Meanwhile, Butch Baker in the 97. Bob DeGood makes a mistake. He'll lose a position and may even put himself on the outside. Look at him, but no. Quickly sweeps back into that 3rd position. Kemper was away upstairs on the exit of turn number 2. Your catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds. Where'd that go? Don't know why that went. Anyhow, it's back up there. Oh, problem with Bob DeGood in the 7 machine. Upside down along with Butch Baker. So now that puts Joe Mosso in the 63. Trying to get into the transfer position. White flag is out next time. 2 laps left. No, there it is. White flag is out now. Trent Verstraeten into turns 3 and 4. We'll start outside front row for tonight's A-Main. Verstraeten will get the win. Schatzer will come home 2nd. Good will not be 3rd. It'll be Cody Graham 3rd. Jeffrey Kemper will get the 4th and final transfer position. Mosso in 5th. Baker in 6th. 7th is Bob the Good with John Krupa, who we know did not start that one. So Heat 2 results: Verstraeten, Schatzer, Graham and Kemper, your top 4. Mosso to the consolation race along with Baker, De Good and Krupa. Heat number 3 lining up like this: Jeffrey Barker on pole position, Michael Vecchio from position number 2. Kelly Wheeler from position number 3, Gavin Chatham from position number 4. Dean Reynolds from position number 5, Jacob Mosso from position number 6. And on the back row by himself from position number 7 will be Brandon Templeton. We already see Templeton. Who did I say led? But there you are. We'll continue to roll with it. Live here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and live on Ultimate Dirt TV. So the next time Ultimate Dirt TV will be live will be Monday night. Coming back soon, July 22nd, I believe it is. So July 23rd, World of Thunder makes its return back to Sunday night with Ultimate Dirt TV. Yeah, Queenslander! Green flag is out. And it's going to be Barker and Reynolds. Reynolds looks to have the race lead off turn number 2, but Barker fights back at him now. Reynolds has it down into turns 3, tries to shut the door. Reynolds, here comes Chatham in the 99 machine. What a battle you've got right now for 2nd and 3rd. Oh, you know what? We can even throw 1st in there as well. Lap 1 belongs to Dean Reynolds. Chatham in the 99. Looks very quick. Trying to run down. What is your current race lead in the 79 of Dean Reynolds? Chatham to the outside he goes. Well, he caught the guardrail. Once with the right rear quarter panel. Now he lets Jeffrey Barker on the inside. Barker will move back to position number 2. Here comes the 007. It's not James Bond. That's Michael Vecchio. But Jacob Mosso looking to find his way into the show. But Barker still trying to pester Chatham to the inside of 3 and 4. 3 down, 3 to run. Heat race number 3. A lot of 3s. And what we just spoke about, Nia. Meanwhile, here comes Brandon Templeton. Templeton in car 31. Sitting in 6th position at the moment. 6 cars for heat number 3 of 4. And you know, Templeton, he wants to get redemption from that A main in the small block. Thanks to Top Line Trucking. Put your catalytic recovery. Big block modifieds here on the Gambler Motorsports. Thursday Night Thunder. With the Coast to Coast Racing League, it is Dean Reynolds as the white flag will fly. One final time for these drivers in heat number 3 before they move on to an A main or the consolation race under the bridge here at the Grove. Past the turn 3 Beer Hill gang, out of turn number 4. Dean Reynolds will lead from start to finish, and he will claim victory in heat number 3. We'll start from the inside of the second row. Problems for the 61 of Jacob Mosso. So at the line, it'll be Reynolds, Chatham home in 2nd, Barker 3rd, Vecchio 4th, Templeton 5th, and Mosso, it's Jacob Mosso in the 6th position. So heat 3 results coming up for the Coast to Coast Racing League. Reynolds, Chatham, Barker, Vecchio, Templeton, Mosso. Wheeler did not make the call for heat number 3. Heat number 4, 4th and final heat race of the night. And we'll see on the pole, it'll be Anthony Morano from position number 1. Rory Collins from position number 2. John Hine from position number 3. Dylan Kinsey from position number 4. Corey Schatzer from position number 5. Alex Pomelo from position number 6. And at the back of the field from position number 7 with the 35 of Connor Ross. Six laps yet again. Yeah, big girls. 6 laps around Williams Grove Speedway. Week number 2 of your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Week number 3 next week. We will go to Peevely, Missouri, the Federated Auto Parts I-55 Raceway. Looking forward to that one. For your top-notch trucking and catalytic recovery, small and big block modifieds. We go racing. It'll be Morano to lead down the back stretch for the first time. Look at the 6 of Corey Schatzer to the inside of the 40 of Rory Collins. Collins to the top. Schatzer. Now here comes Dylan Kinsey. Kinsey will move into position number 4. Alex Pomelo. He's up to position number 5. Pomelo in that 397 as now Kinsey comes after Collins. See the racetrack starting to slicken off more and more each time these drivers circulate. Morano in the 32 from John Hine in the 71. Rory Collins in that yellow and white number 40 machine, followed by Kinsey in that 83. That's the black and white car. Getting a little touch from behind from Alex Pomelo. Meanwhile, Schatzer and Ross, they'll have contact, and they will be in 6th and 7th position. So now it becomes a 5-car race. Although first place of Anthony Morano is out by nearly 1 second over John Hine. So that leaves Collins, Kinsey, and Pomelo for these 3 drivers to fight it for the 2 final transfer positions. 2 to run. 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2 if you don't mind. Pomelo, Kinsey, and Collins. Collins has slipped back to position number 4. Kinsey's found his way to that 3rd spot. Pomelo and Collins. There's a bit of contact there on the entry into turn number 3. White flag is out. Collins gives up the spot to Alex Pomelo. But it will be 1 lap left to run. Heat race number 4 on the night. Final heat into turn number 3 and 4. Anthony Morano, car 32, will go to victory lane. He will start outside the 2nd row for tonight's main event. 2nd will go to John Hine. Dylan Kinsey home in 3rd. Alex Pomelo in 4th. Rory Collins will come home 5th. Followed by Connor Ross at the line. There he is. And Corey Schatzer with the DNF in heat race number 4. Let's take a look at your official results before we take a look at your starting grid. Morano, Hine, Kinsey, and Pomelo, your top 4. Collins, Ross, and Schatzer will come home 5, 6, and 7. Consolation race is up. 8 laps, 8 cars will go through. Let's take a look at your starting grid. Anthony Morano will start from position number 1. That was heat number 4. You clown. There we go. Terry Landis will start on pole. Joseph Mosso from position number 2. Brandon Templeton will start from position number 3. Rory Collins from 4. Randall Dixon from 5. From 6, it's Butch Baker. Jacob Bosso, 7th. Connor Ross in 8th. 9th is Logan Wentz. Bob DeGood in 10th. Kelly Wheeler, 11th. Corey Schatzer in 12th. 13th is going to be Patrick Spangler and John Krupa in 14th. It is exactly like the Schlippenschleicher. Ah. Yeah, the Schlippenschatzer. All of a sudden, we've just become German again. Safety car is in. 12 cars are on the track. 8 will go through. 4 will be sent packing and headed to the Federated Auto Parts I-55 Raceway next week. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are underway for your 12 cars in this one. It'll be Landis to lead from Templeton. And you go back to Joseph Mosso, Rory Collins, Dixon. Now here comes Jacob Mosso in the 61. 3 wide with Butch Baker. Collins in the mix right now of a Mosso sandwich. Jacob and Joe. Joe in the 61. Joseph in the 63. And, well, they could be 3rd and 4th position. That's exactly what they're going to be right now. Collins still trying to work that outside curve. Now here comes Connor Ross in the 35. Bob DeGood in that 7 machine in that all-important 8th and final transfer position. Ross to the inside on Jacob Mosso into 1 and 2. Couldn't complete the pass. Now here comes Randall Dixon. But now the battle is on. Logan Wentz to the outside of Bob DeGood down into turn number 3. Top 8 will go through. Patrick Spangler, remember he's just come off a podium. A fresh off a podium in the small block top line trucking main event and finds himself on the outside looking in by 2 positions, make it 3. As the 6 of Corey Schatzer swept around to the outside into turns 3 and off turn 4. Spangler is going to have position number 10 back at the line. Logan Wentz in the 18 has got that transfer position at the moment. He does not want to give up that spot, not without giving himself an insurance position. DeGood into the back of Wentz. Now, oh, look out, DeGood got tight. And now Spangler had to turn it back underneath. He used his forward and he turned it all the way down. Meanwhile, DeGood into the guardrail, not once but twice. Spangler now sets his sights on the back of Wentz and Dixon. That's the 2 cars on screen. Dixon in the 011, Wentz in the 18 machine. 2 to run at the line. There is a battle on for the race lead. Templeton and Landis, they work side by side down into turn number 1. Here comes Joe Mosso. Joseph Mosso in that 63 machine. But it is Templeton coming to the white flag. White flag is out. Your consolation race. Who will it be for the 8 cars to go into tonight's main event? Above the racetrack, there's your top 5 on screen. You can see there's not a whole lot in less than 9/10 of a second. But will it matter? Brandon Templeton into turn number 3 and 4. Final time of your consolation race. Brandon Templeton will come away victorious. Second at the line is going to be Joseph Mosso. Terry Landis 3rd. Connor Ross 4th. Jacob Mosso 5th. 6th will go to Rory Dixon. Let's take a look at those official results. There it is. Templeton, Joseph Mosso, Landis, Ross, Jacob Mosso, your top 5. Collins, Dixon, and Wentz. Just under a 10th, Patrick Spangler going to miss out along with Butch Baker. And back over the page, Schatzer, DeGood, Wheeler, and Krupa. We'll take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV and on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Your main event on the other side of this.
How about the reverse for Lucy Olsen? She has her first point. Yeah, Lucy Olsen, talented sophomore.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV and the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder, catalytic recovery, super and small, how about I get that one right? Small block and big block modified. Main event is up now with 30 laps on the wall. We'll take a look at your starting grid. Starting on pole, it'll be Zach Chapman to the outside of the front row. Trenton Verstraeten will start from position number 2. Dean Reynolds lines up at a position number 3. Position number 4, Anthony Morano. Jason Butterfield from position number 5. From position number 6, it's Kurt Schatzer. Starting from position number 7, Gavin Chatham. Position number 8, John Hine. Row 5 inside, position number 9, Joseph Graney. Cody Graham from position number 10. Jeffrey Barker out of position number 11. Position number 12, Dylan Kinsey. Position number 13, Jason Coffey. Position number 14, Jeffrey Kemper. Michael Vecchio from position number 15, Alex Pomelo, position number 16. Your B-Main winner, Brandon Templeton from position number 17, Joseph Mosso from 18, Terry Landis from position number 19, Connor Ross from position number 20, Jacob Mosso, position number 21, Rory Collins, position number 22, Randall Dixon, position number 23, and lining up at a position number 24. Your 24 starters in tonight's 30-lap main event, round 2. If you Gambler Motorsports, Thursday Night Thunder, presented by Catalytic Recovery, your small block and big block modified main event here at Williams Grove Speedway. Thanks to, of course, Top Notch Trucking with the small block 358 modifieds earlier on, and now the Catalytic Recovery small block and big block modifieds. Race 2 or 3, don't forget NASCAR Cup Series. We'll head to Nashville Super Speedway. Thanks to, of course, their sponsor team, Watson Racing Setup. But right now, it is time to go racing here at Williams Grove Speedway. Week number 2, your Catalytic Recovery main event here from Williams Grove Speedway. Let's get dirty for 30. Here at Bills Grove as the green flag will drop in 3, 2, 1. We are racing. And we're underway. 15 miles around Williams Grove. Who is going to come out on top? Well, you know, we're going to find out very shortly. Reynolds and Morano. Morano drifts it upstairs. Look out. Oh, they check up. And Reynolds is going to go around. No, he keeps it going. And somehow through the mix of all this, we have gone and stayed and kept all cars rolling. So we are not going yellow. How good is that? It's Morano leading the way from Zach Chapman. John Hine runs in the 3rd position. Kurt Schatzer, Trent Verstraeten in 4th and 5th. Butterfield, Chatham, Graham, Reynolds, Kemper. That's your top 10. Then you go back to Grandy in the 518 machine in 11th position. 3 wide for a moment through 1 and 2. Reynolds getting swallowed up there in the middle of 1 and 2 by Joseph Grandy and the 181 machine of Jeffrey Kemper. And again, somehow through the mix of all that, we had all cars still going in a forward direction. No one stopped. They'd all done well to check up and keep this race under the green flag conditions. Still a lot of side-by-side action watching Grandy and Reynolds. Then you go back to the 397 of Alex Pomelo. Going to the top he goes. Brandon Templeton now switched down to the bottom side. Brandon Templeton will move up to the 12th position. Getting very busy right now in the mid-pack, right around the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th position, even 13th. There's about 6 cars all trying to race one another. Graham in the 2 machine, now to the outside goes Reynolds. Reynolds trying to move his way back forward in your main event here tonight. Your Catalytic Recovery main event, week number 2 of your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder Series. The small block and big block modifieds. Grandy goes to the outside on Templeton. Grandy back to position number 11. Now Grandy comes up the 10th place runner the 2 machine of Cody Graham. 3 wide off turn number 4. Hello, how you doing? Now, Alex Pomelo to bring in the 397 along with the 83 of Dylan Kinsey. And look at that 5-car pack right now. 2 by 1 by 2 is what it was. 8 down, 22 to go in your main event. And you would think it's only a matter of time before we just see that one little mistake. And well, there's the one little mistake from Grady. And Grady's going to go around. And just as I said it, it was only a matter of time before someone went around. Or someone had a bit of contact. Let's take a look at your NLRA instant replay. So the 518 machine, keep an eye on him. Almost looked like he got hit from behind there, but there was nothing. I mean, Kinsey was there, but anyhow, that brings us back to yellow. So to go through the summer schedule for week number 3 next week, Sunday night, Extreme E-Speed TV. We'll have midgets at Fairbury, trucks at Knoxville, pro late models at Lernerville from 6:30 Eastern. Monday night, they run open 360s, 1:30 in the afternoon. Then they have the GT3 practice. And of course the Oswegan Speedway Monday Night Madness. GT3 cars from Alton Park International, along with the Rebels and Renegades 360s at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Tuesday night, Vector Racing from Tuesday afternoon. Of course, Tuesday night, Tour Mods, along with the cars. The Can-Am Racing Series at Five Flags Speedway. NASCAR Trucks at Chicagoland. Wednesday, the Flatline Racing Body's Hometown Heroes, Fix 305s, Fix 360s, Fix 410s from Eldora, and the Chicago Street Race for the Xfinity cars. And of course, Thursday night is your Gambler Motorsports Thursday Night Thunder. Small blocks at I-55. Small blocks and big blocks at I-55 for the second show. And then, of course, the NASCAR Cup at Chicagoland. But right now, we get ready to go back racing. Here in the main event, back underway with Anthony Morano to lead the field. And what should be 21 to go. Morano, Chapman, then you go back to Schatzer in third. Hine, Butterfield, that's your top 5. Butterfield in the 93 machine. Verstraeten in that 88 in 6th position, followed by Kemper and Templeton, Reynolds, Pomelo. Reynolds around the outside of Templeton, down the front straightaway. Pomelo still sits in that 10th position. We watch this battle between Reynolds and Templeton, 8th and 9th position on the racetrack. It is still Anthony Morano, 4/10 of a second lead for the moment. They work down into 1 and 2. Meanwhile, we're going to go yellow. Take a look at Jeffrey Barker in the 513 machine. Oh, nowhere to go. Cars in front of him. Bit of contact, unfortunately. He will stop on the exit of turn 2, which will, of course, will bring us back to the yellow flag conditions. Second caution of this main event. go racing once again. Lights are out. Morano to lead the field from Zach Chapman in second. Kurt Schatzer, John Hyden to wake up the second row, inside and outside. We go back underway. 18 to go. And what was a good seven or eight laps at the start. Chapman now coming after Morano for the race lead as they work down into corner number 3. Morano to the inside, Chapman on the outside. Who's going to have it off turn number 4? Morano looks good on the bottom side, and we are yellow just before we get to the start-finish line. Just like that, unfortunately. And yet again, a tough deal for some of these drivers. So again, we wait for the lights to go out. Of course, they still flash around the racetrack. Williams Grove Speedway. Very, very difficult racetrack to get around if you're not familiar with this joint. It's a very technical track sometimes, especially trying to get that bottom side of the racetrack working. Nonetheless, the lights go out. They get set to let them loose once again. Will it be Morano? Will it be Chapman? Well, I can tell you we're about to find out in what will be 17 to go. Morano's got a good jump on the field. They're all chopping and changing position, but just like that, he's once again, unfortunately, this is where it all, unfortunately, can come unstuck. With these cautions, breeding cautions. Sometimes you love to see it, sometimes you hate to see it. Unfortunately, it's just a part of what we have to deal with, unfortunately. And, well, you know what? You take the good with the bad. And right now, the good is for that 32 machine of Anthony Morano, your race leader. From Zach Chapman, Kurt Schatzer. Rounding out what is the top 3 at the moment. We'll see if we can get some more green flag laps in here. So the lights still flash on the safety car. But they should turn off as we go past your start-finish line here on the front straightaway. That indeed they do, and we are ready for a start yet again. Morano. Can he continue to lead this field from Chapman? Schatzer along with Butterfield. We go racing off turn 4. Yet again, run away. And the main event continues to provide some fantastic racing as John Hind. Oh, Butterfield goes around. Mosso involved, Barker involved. It looks like Ross is involved. 5 and 6 drivers involved in this one. We'll have to wait and see. Again, sometimes this replay does not want to work, but I'll tell you what, let's give it a good Captain Cook, shall we? So it all started, I believe, with Jason Butterfield. So here is Butterfield, just getting caught up there with a 71 of Hind, and I think that's Kemper in the 181 machine. It is Jeffrey Kemper. Again, sometimes very fidgety. Here, let's see what we got. All right, back underway. Your main event. And just like that, caution flag comes out. Why did that one pop up? That shouldn't have popped up. Apologies. I don't know why that shouldn't even have came up. That's not even on my desktop. Huh. There's still plenty of action here to come on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. On week number 2 to wrap up this second week, Team Watson Racing Setups NASCAR Cup Series goes to Nashville Super Speedway. So light's still flashing. I was going to say they better not go up there because there's no reason as to why that one. Okay. Let's put back in there. Back in there, and looks like I think we've gone back to a single file restart. We have. So Morano yet again leads us to the back half of this feature event with 13 to go. Kemper and Reynolds. Reynolds again going to challenge for that final spot on the podium. Reynolds is up to position 3. Kemper now Alex Pomelo. And Pomelo has gone from 16th to 16th. To 4th, and that is plus 12. Still not the biggest mover through this field. That's Randall Dixon from 23rd to 9th in plus 14. And again, back to your caution flag. So caution. I mean, it looked like a promising start in the main event tonight. No doubt, I'm sure drivers are getting a little antsy at the moment. Just trying to get this race in the books. Again, the single file restarts coming out. All right, once again, we will try to get this race in the books. Templeton. He won your last chance qualifier. Your consolation race started 17th. He's plus 9. Reynolds trying to fend off the challenge from Alex Pomelo. Chapman closing in on Anthony Morano as we now get into single digits remaining. 0.3 of a second for Morano. If I'm not mistaken, he had a podium last week. But, you know, Zach Chapman will want to change that one. Morano, your leader from Chapman, Reynolds and Pomelo. Then you go back to Joseph Grandy. Randall Dixon still your biggest mover into position number 9, plus 14 for from 23rd. In fact, from plus 14, yeah, he's from 23rd to 9th. And now here comes Chapman with 7 to go at the line. Chapman all the way over the back of Morano. He cuts in from outside to inside off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. It's an absolute drag race down into turn number 3. Now to the inside he goes, side by side for the race lead, and we are yellow. Yellow out, and again, just as that battle for the lead was coming out. And unfortunately, comes unstuck. But Morano will wait. Morano now, yet again, has another opportunity to get this one in the bag. So 7 to go. Who was going to come out on top in this one? Morano, Chapman. Will Reynolds have something? I guess we're about to find out. Safety car will come in field. Yet again, we'll let him loose off turn 4. And this could be, hopefully this could be the final stretch in the main event. With 6 to go, Morano from Chapman from Reynolds. Pomelo and Grandy again continue the battle on for 4th and 5th position. Grandy to the inside he goes, but Pomelo fights back on the outside. 5 to run, a handful of laps in this main event. Now Reynolds under some pressure from both Pomelo and Grandy down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, the battle is on for the race lead once again down into turn number 3 and 4. On the exit of turn 4, hug on the inside wall is the 32 of Anthony Morano. 2 miles around the Williams Grove Speedway. Can we get this one in? Set for a grandstand finish. Chapman now dives down to the inside. Morano stays to the middle. Morano slides up to the cushion. And Morano from Chapman once again. Oh, yellow. Yellow on the raceway. Well, well. Chapman took it a while to get going. And every time that he just seems to get going, I think with 3 to go, I don't think Morano realistically shouldn't get beat from here, but only takes one little mistake from that 32 car. Two to go. This is it. This is it. A green-white checker and a huge start for Anthony Morano. Reynolds trying the inside there on Chapman, but down the back straight away. It is Morano, 3/10 of a second lead. Don't count out Chapman just yet. Come to the white flag. 1 lap left to run for Anthony Morano. Looking to put the 32 in the victory lane, but I tell you what, you know Zach Chapman in that 72. He has come out in thick and fast down the back straight away. Meanwhile, Reynolds and Grandy battle side by side. Morano protects down to the inside. Chapman tries to work it upstairs. Chapman contact with the wall off turn number 4. It will be Anthony Morano getting the win. Zach Chapman just holding on for second. Third up the line is going to be Joseph Grandy. Dean Reynolds will come home fourth. Alex Pomelo will round out your top 5. Oh my, what a feature event we've just seen. An absolute belter of a finish. Morano gets the win from Chapman home in second. Grandy third. Reynolds fourth. Pomelo rounds out your top 5. Templeton 6. Kemper, Graham, Dixon and Coffey make up your top 10. We go to Schatzer in 11th. 12th was Butterfield. Kinsey in 13th. Barker, Mosso. Your top 15, that's Jacob Mosso. Hine, Chatham, Landis, Joe Mosso. Rory Collins in 20th. And then we go to Trent Stratton, Connor Ross, Logan Wentz and Michael Vecchio. The 24 drivers in your main event. And what a way to wrap this one up. We wait for the top 3 to come in, and then we will chat to those top 3. In fact, let's go ahead and chat with the third place finisher here tonight of Joseph Grandy. Joseph, well, boy, a green-white checker there at the end to really spice things up. And you were outside second row. You were outside of the podium there, but you still managed to come home with the podium. You must be happy with that one.
Yeah, especially since I've had a rough season so far. Got wrecked early, got sent to the back, and ended up making my way back through, luckily, and placed third.
Man, from what we've seen at the start of this feature event, I think we went, 7, 8, maybe 9 laps of green flag run. Sort of got plagued by cautions there in the end, but, I mean, it must have been exciting to try and come through this field.
Yeah, it usually is. Usually fun trying to dodge bullets. Sometimes you get hit, sometimes you don't. I ended up lucking out and not getting hit, and those last few restarts, I know I was pretty fast on the bottom. I figured I'd catch 1 or 2 of them. I ended up catching one of them, almost the second one.
Well, Joseph, congratulations on this third place finish. Before we let you go, of course, I'm sure there's a lot of sponsors in this race. Got a lot of people behind the scenes that make this possible for you to get around in the 518 machine.
Yeah, to thank Catalytic Recovery, West End Towing and Repair. Appreciate you for doing the broadcast, coast to coast, all their sponsors and everyone behind the scenes.
All right, there we go. Joseph Grandy home in position number 3. Home in second spot tonight and falling 1 spot shy of a main event victory, but things unfortunately just didn't go his way late in the late race. There towards the end was Zach Chapman. Zach, congratulations. Second place, and boy, every time you got to the back of the 32 machine, those yellows just were not your friend here tonight.
No, yeah, I mean, Anthony, good run for him. Him and I were talking down in the waiting room, and it just, like I say, can't take anything away from him. Good win, but I'm not sure what happened. I got punted there on lap 1, and I mean, I definitely, love starting out front. Who doesn't? It was a lucky gift, but it got taken away from me right away, and it's so hard to pass here. And like you said, every time long green flag run, I got beside him twice, and a caution came out. So it's just no time to do anything.
Hey, talk us through that final restart there with the green-white checker. Obviously, with Anthony controlling the restart single file, it was almost like a guessing game on when he was going to go. But talk us through what it was like coming to that start there on that last restart.
That's where I'd say he did a wonderful job. He was doing a good job of every restart. He was changing up his timing, so it was real hard to get that time. Then that last restart, he got a great jump, and I was surprised that I was as close to him as I was, that I made up a little bit of gap there coming to the white flag. And coming out of 1 and 2, I was really close, and 3 and 4, I just let her hang out, and I got in the fence. So there was no chance to get by him, but I definitely hung her out there and tried.
Well, Zach, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight at the Williams Grove Speedway. Again, before we let you go and celebrate a second-place finish, sponsors, shout-out to who makes this possible for you in the 72 car to get around.
First, Brett, thank you for doing this. All of us guys, we love going back and watching this. You do a fantastic job. We really appreciate it. All my teammates at Gambler Motorsports, my dad for helping sponsor the league, my wife for letting me do this a lot, Andy Piercefield over there at Cool Ray, and that's going to be it.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next week at I-55.
Yep, hopefully I talk to you again, Brett.
There we go, Zach Chapman home in position number 3. But there has to be one winner here tonight, and that winner is the driver of the 32 machine, Anthony Morano. Anthony, congratulations on this victory, and boy, man, everything just fell your way here tonight. You must be super pumped with this result.
Oh, man, I am super excited. I've been trying to get one of these nighttime race stickers for a long, long time.
Well, that indeed you do, and of course it takes a lot of luck to win some of these races. Talk to us what was going through your mind. Every time Zach caught you, the yellow just seemed to fall in your hands there at the right time. What was going through your mind when those yellows come out and knowing that you had control of the restarts?
Yeah, that was the main thing with the restart. I was just changing up my timing, trying to throw Zach off, and I had Kurt alongside me, I think once or twice, and same thing, try to throw him off timing-wise. But yeah, the restart, it kind of got annoying. A lot of caution laps suck. It bores you. You can't really get into a rhythm to do anything. But I mean, they fell in my favor tonight.
Tire wear with the dirt build and what we've had, for a little over 2 weeks now. What was your tire situation like at the end of that one?
I was down only about like 81, I think. I didn't really take too much of a look. I was a little too pumped up to look at anything at the moment. So, but I didn't feel bad. I mean, we ran a lot of caution laps, so didn't really get much heat in a momentum run. So.
All right, well, Anthony, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the Williams Grove Speedway. Before we let you go, of course, no doubt a lot of sponsors, a lot of great people behind the scenes that make this possible for you to visit Victory Lane here tonight.
Oh, absolutely. My wife, Sherry, I had to give a shout to my teammate, Logan Wentz. He lost his mom to cancer the other night, so he's been running the last couple of nights here with a heavy heart. Condolences and prayers and love to go out to him. Billy Roberts at Gears Unlimited, Dean Reynolds Super Dirt Car Series, Hi Mom Lens, JT Screen Printing, my teammates at Marana Racing, Logan, Randy, Kelly, my dad, Randy, everyone, you guys are awesome. And Brett, for you for broadcasting, and everyone here at Coast to Coast.
All right, there we go. Anthony Morano, your winner here tonight. Of course, that will wrap up the doubleheader for myself. But we've still got one race to come, of course. We've just had the small block 358s for Top Notch Trucking. And then we've just had the catalytic recovery, small block and big block modifieds for race 2 of 3. Still got plenty to come here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We'll bring in Travis Piercefield. Travis, we're going to send it to you very shortly, but what do you got coming up, mate?
So we have the NASCAR Next Gen Series coming up live from Nashville Super Speedway here, Brett. And it should be exciting. This is going to be my first call of the Next Gen Series. Been used to some Xfinity asphalt cars here, so new to Coast Racing League. We'll see what drivers shake out, especially from the dirt side, and try to take on some of these asphalt ringers. But it's going to be an exciting night from Nashville.
All right, so plenty of action still to come here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network and Extreme Speed TV. So with that, we'll take a quick break and come back with the Next Gen Cup cars live from the Nashville Super Speedway.